Yo, what's up everyone? I'm Jackie YBT, Tech Away, Tech Everything. Welcome back to the channel. And iPhone 17 series just launched worldwide. You can go in store and try to get one if you can, because stock is running out very fast. People are buying it, selling like hotcakes. I went to one of the Apple reseller store just to try out myself the brand new iPhone 17. The display finally 120Hz ProMotion adaptive refresh rate, so you can go down as low as 1 Hz. So if you don't use the phone, it will go back to 1 Hz to preserve the battery life. Also with AOD, always on display. I'm quite surprised that Apple will give it all the good Pro display feature to the iPhone 17, because I thought Apple being Apple, maybe like not giving the AOD and push it to the next year iPhone 18, then give you the AOD like what they did to the iPhone 13 Pro. iPhone 13 Pro didn't get the AOD until the next year. The 14 Pro got the AOD. And the bezel is also the thinnest bezel for a non-Pro iPhone. Right now it's 6.3 inches instead of a 6.1, so they enlarged the screen display and narrow the bezel size. 3000 nits of brightness, same as the iPhone 17 Pro. So finally, Apple fanboy no longer need to cope with it. Like keep saying that 60Hz is okay, is fine, you know, we don't notice the difference or so on. Unless you are like me, which is using an iPhone 13 mini for 4 years. I'm used to it, the 60Hz, but once you touch this 120Hz, you can't go back. $799 USD phone comes with 120Hz, because Android got 120Hz for even their budget phone. So they got it many years ago. It's only Apple can do this kind of things, try to justify or differentiate Pro and the non-Pro. Basically, Apple just want to get you to buy their Pro. But now, finally, non-Pro version got the 120Hz display, so it's a good thing. As for the iPhone 17 design wise, it's the same as last year, minus the display of course. From the back, you can't tell this is iPhone 17 or iPhone 16 unless you got the new color, which is this year got 3 new colors, and the color is much less saturated compared to last year iPhone 16 models. They tone it down, way down, and I think it's pretty good. You got the mist blue, lavender, and sage. Funny enough is iPhone 17 Pro this year don't get the color black and white. If you want color black and white, you can only choose the iPhone 17 or the iPhone Air. And storage wise, no more 128 gigabytes of storage. Instead, you get bumped up to 256 GB with the same price tag. Apple didn't increase the price, but instead sort of lower the price, because $799 gets you the 256 GB instead of adding like 100 USD more to get 256 like last year. It's a really good value. iPhone 17 is the best value because the Pro is really the Pro. Like you got a brand new design, extra camera, and so on. Some Pro feature that you don't get the iPhone 17. But to people that wants to use a phone for daily usage, you know, iPhone 17 is more than enough. However, you don't get the USB 3.0 speed. You still remain USB 2.0. It's a bit slow, but the charging speed has bumped up this year. They upgraded to 20 minutes can charge to 50%. Last year model was 30 minutes to 50%. It's a bit quicker, 40 watts fast charging support and 25 watts of Qi 2 wireless magnetic charging. So the camera, dual camera system, both of them are 48 megapixel. They upgraded from 12 megapixel to 48 megapixel. Main camera and the ultra wide camera lens. No telephoto, that's for the Pro only, and can shoot up to a 4K. Look at that, the latest dual capture mode. which is not something new because this feature already existed on Android phone for ages, man. So iPhone is finally playing catch up with some of the features, but it's still a welcome feature. Yeah, very useful if you want to record something like using the rear, but you also want your face to be here, like double capture. Very useful. The biggest update, I would say, the front-facing camera, 80 megapixel with center stage feature. You can finally use phone in a portrait mode, but taking a landscape photo. So it's very useful, very convenient. You know, no longer need to like tilt it in the landscape mode to take a video like this. Sometimes you just want to hold it. Portrait mode is the most comfortable way to vlog it or taking selfie. And when people coming from the side, it will automatically detect and will switch to the landscape mode. So it's pretty cool. The way they did is the sensor is almost like a square sensor, and they crop it in the landscape and the portrait mode, something like that. Yeah, so I think it's pretty cool. It's a big improvement, quality of life improvement. I like it very much. This year is using the latest A19 processor, which is 6-core CPU and 5-core GPU. Just one GPU core lesser than the iPhone 17 Pro, but it's fine. There's no VC, no vapor chamber on the iPhone 17. Expect the thermal performance be same as the iPhone 16 Pro. If you want a cooler phone that will last longer in terms of the performance, yeah, you have to go with the 17 Pro. My impression is I like the design more than the iPhone 17 Pro, and you get all the feature that we always wanted. The display already fixed it up, 120 Hz, no more 60 Hz. Brand new processor, cameras, big improvement, the front-facing camera and the back. And the price is really good. You're getting a good deal, 799 USD or 3,999 ringgit in Malaysia for 256 GB. I think is a really good value for people who just want to use a phone for daily use, not really into gaming or using telephoto lens. Then iPhone 17 is the phone that suits you the most. All right. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Remember to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down in the comment section below. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.